Hello guys, welcome back to House of Carmel and welcome back to another video. And in this video I wanted to do a bit more of a deep dive in the vitamins that I like to take. And as a working woman that is very busy with two boys 5 and 2 years old, I really have some struggles, or have had some struggles with energy, with just getting all the vitamins that I've needed. As a 40-year-old woman that has had a child, I've gotten some vitamin deficits that I needed to fill, and I did some research and I started taking these key vitamins, and I really think that more women could benefit from looking into if these will help them also. So without further ado, I'm going to start with my first one. It is a B12. So when I started looking into wanting more energy, one of the first things that came up is taking a B12 vitamin. And when I tell you, when I started taking them, it was a game changer. The first one, I was taking a multivitamin, and when you're choosing a multivitamin, it's important to check to see, first you need to know what you need in your body, what you need more of. And you know, the thing about multivitamins is because they have so many different supplements in them, they come at different levels. So some have a good amount of B12 in them, you might need more. So I chose to take, for a while anyway, I chose to take a separate B12 on top of my multivitamin. And my favorite one was this one. Can you see the screen? I don't have any in my house right now, but I'll flash it up on the screen. Was the Mega Food B12 Energy Gummy. Now, don't come for me on gummies. The most important thing about vitamins is to take them. So if you're not going to take them and you want to mix it up between pills, powders, and gummies, that sounds so crazy. But if you want to mix it up because that's going to help you to be able to take them, get you a gummy, girl. And I really love these. They had a really good cranberry taste. I just popped them in. It was like I was having a little treat. But the best thing was that they actually worked. I saw an immediate turnaround in my energy levels when I started taking a B12 vitamin. And this was the first one that I bought. I don't take a separate one anymore because, and I'll tell you why, because of my next vitamin that I take. I highly recommend taking a multivitamin, but you need to do your research. You need to find a multivitamin that works for you. Sometimes it's as simple as finding one that works for your age range, but sometimes it's too broad. I used to take Ritual, and 18 plus was fine, and I actually did like that vitamin. But I found another one, two other ones actually. I recently was taking another Mega Food brand vitamin. There's a multivitamin for 40 plus women, and I feel like that is, it's not a forgotten age group, but you never just see 40 plus on a bottle at the store. So I purchased those on Amazon. I'll put a picture of the bottle here somewhere so you can see those. Those work quite well for me. But I am currently trying these guys. So this is the Mela Daily Essentials vitamins, and this is a multivitamin specifically for women of color. Does that mean women that aren't of color can't take them? Absolutely not. But these vitamins have higher levels of B12, D3. They also include, what is it, the Ceylon cinnamon powder. They also have lion's mane for focus. They include things that are geared to help women of color. So I've been trying these out for the last this is a 30-month supply, so, and I think I'm about 2 weeks in to see how these work. So far I really like them, and because the levels of B12 are so high, I don't have to take a separate one. So that's what I'm saying. You can maybe even reduce the amount of supplements you need to take depending on the content of the one that you choose. Maybe you don't need as much vitamin A, or I don't know, some other one that's in there because you're not deficit. Maybe your diet supports it, that a certain supplement enough that you don't need anything, but you will know by what you're deficit in. And in a previous video, I'll link that here, I suggested going to the doctor, getting your blood work done, and understanding what your deficit is, or where your deficits are. So this is my current multivitamin, and the other vitamin that I talked about, the Mega Foods multivitamin for 40 plus women, is also a really good one. I will picture that, and all of these will be linked below. The next one, and I think a lot of us lack this, is iron. I take an iron supplement. From the time that I remember going to the doctor, I have always had trouble just keeping up with my iron levels. I will get like low, then it will get kind of normal, but I've always just kind of teetered on having lower iron. So I started taking this one, and this is also by Mega Food. Sorry if you can't see it very well, but this one is called the Blood Builder, and this one is great because it has vitamin C, it has folate, it has B12 in it, and of course it has iron. And I like this one because I don't experience a lot of the side effects that people talk about when they start taking iron. Some people feel very constipated or have a lot of digestive or just bathroom issues when they start taking iron supplements, and I don't experience any of that with this particular one. So I recommend it if you're looking for one. Next, everybody needs to have this supplement on their list. Gut health is a very hot topic, but it's not for nothing. Your gut, your microbiome as they've calling it, I'm not an expert, so don't come for me with all of this. I'm just telling you what I've researched and what I've learned and what I've been doing and what has helped me. But you need to be taking a prebiotic and a probiotic, and some of us even need to be taking a postbiotic. The way I get around having all three of those is taking a symbiotic. So this one is by Ritual. I really like this one, and I will say this one has like this minty taste after you take it. I don't mind it, and I did read some reviews. Some people mind it. Some people feel strongly about it. I don't mind it. I actually like the minty aftertaste after you take this. But the great thing about this one, it is highly rated. One of their claims is that the ingredients are pure and clean, and it is a pre, pro, and postbiotic. And this really helps with your gut health. If you're having problems going regularly, this really helps keep things going. Your gut health is connected to so many functions in your body. It's super important that we start taking it seriously. So if you don't have at least a prebiotic in your diet, like start with one, you need to get one. But you can knock all of that out with one like this one. I also hear great things about Seed. I want to say theirs is a pre and probiotic. Don't quote me on that, but I'll link that one below and I'll picture it here. But I have heard great reviews on that. There are others out there on the market that you can also look into that also probably aren't as pricey as these, because that's probably my one gripe about the Ritual brand, is that they cost a bit more, but you want quality vitamins just like you want quality food. You don't want to just be putting junk in your body, and that can happen with certain brands of vitamins. So probiotic. Next. This is a giant bottle, but I take fish oil vitamins. Fish oil is great for reducing any type of inflammation in your body. I started taking it because I was having like joint issues. Like it wasn't right, and I didn't like it because I wasn't even like, I don't consider myself old now. I consider myself older, but I think I was about 35, and I just kept feeling like a sensation in my knees, and I just didn't like that. And so I started looking into what can help that, and fish oil is what came up. And relatively quickly I noticed a difference in my joints and not feeling this pain anymore, because it was borderline pain. I won't say it was pain, but it was just like a sensation. And I started to think, I was like, do I have arthritis or something? I don't know, but I don't like this. Let's work on this first. And these really work for me. So fish oil vitamins have omega-3s in them, and omega-3s are amazing for many other reasons other than just improving your joint health, but it reduces inflammation, and that should be enough for you. So I highly recommend incorporating this in your diet. You could probably also achieve getting more omega-3s in your diet by eating like more fatty fish, and that is something that I'm planning to do with the Mediterranean diet that I'm trying to get on the wagon for. So we'll see what happens with that, but I recommend these. Lastly, I talked about these in my other video where I talked about my hacks, my 5 hacks for kickstarting your energy that really work. You need to watch that video, so click here once you finish with this video, and we're almost done. But magnesium. So the thing about magnesium though is there's different types, and the different types help different functions in your body. But to get rid of all that rigmarole and trying to take 3 different other things, I found one that has all 3 types in, what is this, 1 pill or 2? It's 2 capsules that you take. But this is also by Mega Food. I like this brand, if you can't tell. Another reason why I like this brand is because they incorporate some type of superfood or organic food, however they process it, in the vitamin. And I just feel like I'm getting some other serving of vegetables in there. It might be gimmick, I don't care. It's not bad for me, I know that. So but this magnesium is glycinate, malate, and citrate. So it covers all the functions, and specifically, I'm going to read it verbatim on the front of the bottle. It's formulated to help with stress support, normal sleep cycle, and muscle function. Magnesium is super trendy right now because of the fact that it helps with sleep, and it's not trendy for nothing. It actually does help. You can get it in all types of forms. You can get it as a powder to put in your drink during the day or night. Like, you can put it in water. You can get a capsule. I've even had it as like a chewable by this same brand before, which tasted delicious. But no matter what form you get it in, it's just important that I feel in the way that you get it in. Especially if you're not getting great sleep. If you're working out, this is a good vitamin because it helps with that, you know, muscle relaxation and everything. It's just a good one. So these are my top vitamins, guys. These are the ones that I want you to look into to see if you need to incorporate them in your diet and lifestyle. That's all. I'm liking to keep these latest videos short and sweet because guess what? We don't have time. We value our time. So that's it. Make sure you look out for the next video. I am Carmel of House of Carmel, and I'll talk to you later.